Let's go, Travis St. John. Join me once.
Yeah.
You're a veteran now, I think, of dirty boxing. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. They keep bringing you back. We know that you are a go forward, get hit, or I'm going to knock you out type fighter. You're going to be
Absolutely.
facing Maurice at Dirty Boxing 5 in Houston. How excited are
Yes.
you to get back up there and, try to right your wrongs from the past?
Oh, it's huge, man. Actually having a full camp is awesome. Uh, Going up in weight just so I can make sure I'm going into this 100% healthy. Because there's certain 205ers. If you offered me a fucking 6'6" dude who's 205 with abs, I'd be like, maybe we need to discuss this a little bit more. Um, but I feel comfortable at 205 for this fight right here. And then, of course, a big thing for me is I was born 30 minutes from Houston. There was no way I was going to miss this card. So I was hounding the shit out of AJ, trying to get booked on this. And I was like, hey, man, just give me a full fight camp. That's all I asked. They gave me that. So fuck my excuses, plain and simple. I'm coming into this 100%.
I mean, last time you took the fight on short notice. This time, seemingly you have more time to be able to put a fight camp together. What was
100%.
the decision at 205? Because last time we seen you obviously at the catch weight there in middle, and you didn't make weight. So what
Yeah.
kind of happened, and that prompted your decision to go to light heavy?
Yeah, that was simple. Like, if you give me 6 to 8 weeks, I can make 185. I walk around 220 because of my job. I can't walk around frail. I like to remain strong for being a fireman with the things I have to do. So I've considered dropping my walk around weight to like 205 so I can more easily make 185. But 220 I feel good at. So that's the thing for me is I can make 85, but I need that 6 to 8 weeks to make that. I've made it before. But yeah, the last two fights I had for Dirty Boxing were both on 2 weeks' notice. And the first one with Jane Z, that was lucky that that one was at 205, but I was literally coming off the couch. I hadn't trained in like 2 months because I had just knocked out the Samoan dude in May. And then the last one, I was like kind of preparing, but I didn't know if they were going to pull me back onto the card. So I was doing Muay Thai and kickboxing a little bit because I didn't know what was next at that point. But yeah, when they called me, I was like 218 at the time. And then they asked me to do 85. I was like, guys, there's no way I can make that on 2 weeks' notice. I asked for 195 because I knew I could do that. His side denied that. So we agreed on 190. And I wound up, when I was cutting weight, I cut 8 pounds the first day, hopped in the sauna the next day. I was in the sauna for like 2 hours and I barely had beads of sweat on my forehead. And I wound up having a seizure in the sauna. And Bobby Peak and Peter Stonanek pulled me out and probably saved my life. So my pride and my ego made me accept that fight still and fight the next day. And that was very stupid of me to do. I should not have done that. I'm not a god, so I can't think that going through something like that, I can have a great performance the next day. Um, but yeah, man, fuck my excuses is what it is. So I was very happy with. They asked me what weight I wanted to do this time, and I was like, man, 205 until Dirty Boxing makes. And I think a big thing for me is if you want to see me 100% optimal, Dirty Boxing should make a cruiserweight division. MMA's the one thing I hate. I love MMA. The one thing I hate is they fucked up the weight classes and they've made this. Everybody talks about 155 to 170. The most egregious one is 185 to 205. That's a 20-pound gap. And if you are, this is based in boxing, but it's a boxing mixed with MMA basically. So I think there should be a cruiserweight division. I think Dirty Boxing would be huge if they were the first ones to implement a cruiserweight 195-pound division. And that's where I feel the most optimal, but I feel real good at 205. I've been thumping like a motherfucker in this camp. I've been moving really, really well, and that was a big thing for me coming into this one was we didn't I haven't been kicking. I haven't been doing shit. I've been 100% just boxing with elbows and doing DBX rounds. I feel a lot more comfortable in the shoes now. And a big thing is, I was kind of like just real marchy when I was fighting these last two fights and marching forward. And a big thing my coaches wanted me working on is staying long, utilizing angles, and not just going straight into a fucking brawl. So I guarantee you're going to see a very, very different version of me coming into this fight.
I thought you were just a brawler, man. You put your head down and go. You're telling me there could be a little different game plan this time around?
Oh well, it's one of those things that if you look at Maurice's fights, right, that he literally just ducks his head down and windmill punches,
Mhm.
which shows why he has a 50-50 record. He either knocks someone out or he gets knocked out, right? And so I'm not gonna reveal my whole game plan, but part of that is I'll engage in that when I need to, but I'll be smart when I need to as well, and make sure we're picking our shots and being smart. So
We've seen you go over the top with the Superman punch. Are you going to come this time, come under with the uppercut?
we've got some plans. We've got some cool shit. Trust me, my coach Kendrick is very much a fundamentalist. I love that dude. We are polar opposites, but we because we're polar opposites, we work fantastic together, yin and yang shit, right? And he's made comments and he's right about there's just certain things that I can do athletically that guys my size can't. And that's always something I've been proud of like I want to be able to hit like a heavyweight but move and do things like a 35er. And we've been practicing a few things that I think it's going to be very I think the fans are going to be very big, very, very big fans of what we're going to be bringing to this fight.
Awesome, man. I mean, it's exciting every time you're up there. People shouldn't blink when the rounds are on with you, and so interesting to kind of see this evolution. I've been, thinking a lot here lately about, seeing dirty boxing evolve. And obviously you have, the boxing aspect of it, the skill, the technique, the speed. But then you have the dirty aspect of it
Yeah.
in terms of the elbows, the spinning back fists, and all the extracurricular that you can bring. Where do you kind of see it evolving? And do you see the traditional boxing side win out, or do you see the dirty side potentially having more of an advantage
I,
in
I,
the here?
I think well, there's a couple of very outside of my fight. There's a bunch of really good fucking fights on this card that I think are actually going to answer that question. I believe, if I recall correctly, we have like a really established boxer coming into this fighting a really established Muay Thai guy. So that's what's going to be interesting of seeing that uh, because you have that aspect of you watch traditional boxing, they can hug, they can be real tight in the clinch, but they feel safe. And it's like, if I can elbow you in the fucking face, you can't feel safe in that environment. So it's I'm where I'm fascinated is to see like someone who's a real strict boxer come in and fight someone who's got a Muay Thai background but also specializes in boxing. Of okay, is the boxer going to feel like they can be comfortable in this close range when elbows can come over the top or come across, and that's where it's going to be real fascinating for me to see. All right, who's going to do that? In my opinion, I think if you come in strict boxing, you can probably be successful just because you've got slick boxing in that regard. But I think the elbows and the different movements of I can like one thing we've trained and one thing I'm gonna try to pull out. I can cover a lot of distance if I am using a combination where I utilize a spinning back fist. That you can try to be backing up, you can try to be cutting an angle, but the way I throw it, I can double or triple my distance in incorporating that. And I'm going to show you what I mean in this fight. But uh, man, I think you really have to really embrace what this is if you're going to come into this, and that's why like I've been glad that this whole camp I've had a camp specifically for this.
Mhm.
So stance is widened out a bit and shit a little bit more, but it's also all right. We're also trained for coming on the inside, whatever we need to do at the same time.
Nice, nice. You were telling me earlier, this is a bit of a homecoming for you.
Yeah, man. I was born 30 minutes from Houston in Beaumont, Texas, in a filthy fucking swamp. I love that place. Houston's like a second home for me. My best performances have been in Houston. Uh, Last time I was in Houston, because Maurice apparently didn't watch my fights because he thinks I don't have knockout power. Knocked the dude out last time I was in Houston in the second round. So I think we're going to see something very, very similar this time happen.
Awesome, man. Do you feel like you're gonna have that hometown advantage, that hometown edge? Do you got a lot of people asking you for tickets to come?
Yeah, I've got a lot of people who are going to be coming out to this fight. I got people from DFW who are going to be coming down as well, and then I've got a bunch of friends down in Houston. Like I'm friends with a lot of guys from Main Street Boxing out in Houston, Sammy's Muay Thai, Texas Muay Thai. Like that's the community that's huge for me because I'm the ring announcer for Texas Muay Thai Championship. So a couple times a year we have shows in Houston, so I'm down there all the time, and I have a huge community out there of people that if I decide to move down there tomorrow. I've got friends, I've got places to train. Like it would be no issue.
Awesome, man. One last one for me. If Maurice has watched this interview, what do you want to say to him?
You gonna find out if I have knockout power, brother. Like, he said I didn't, and I'm too nice of a person, but he's gonna fucking find out, and it shows that if he's willing to say that, he has not watched all my fights. Because not but a few months ago, I starched a Samoan who had been on Dana White's Contender Series. Like he's only watched my dirty boxing, so that's a big, big thing. Is overlooking me is a very, very bad decision.
I hear you, man. Well, looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a great performance once again when we see you up there in the ring. Take care, travel safe, and we'll see you next week.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.